For me, in my personal opinion, I kind of feel like a lot of us that get stuck in this cycle of dreams, right? We never make it outside of the family and or friends or relationships that we have connected to us, right? As a woman, this is an example. As a woman, a lot of times a woman has to sacrifice her dreams for her mate, right? You either sacrificing your dreams for his woulda, coulda, shouldas, or you sacrificing your dreams to build his dreams. You feel me? And so a lot of women are never really able to grow to their fullest potential as whatever it is that they passionate about, because you get stuck in this cycle of relationships that are around you. Because as a woman, you become his wife. You are Mrs. whoever he is. You know what I'm saying? When you start having kids, you're their mother. You know what I mean? You ain't even your person no more. Like, you're their mother. You're his wife. You are Mrs. Who. You are Shanae mama. Like, you ain't even you no more. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of women get caught up in that. You know what I mean? For real. You can. It's so easy to get caught up in it. And like when you with your friends, right? Say you be friends with a lot of people that you grew up with. Now you have two types of friends. You have friends that grow with you, and then you have friends that you grew up with. You understand what I'm saying? You know the difference. Like, you have friends that grow with you. Like, you be like, hey friend, let's go start a business, let's do this, let's get this hustle, let's go to school together, let's play basketball together, whatever. Y'all got a plan together. Y'all grow with each other. You know what I mean? So y'all ascend higher. Y'all just may so happen to have known each other as younger. But then you also have those friends where it's like, that's my friend from like kindergarten, y'all be cool, but really, do y'all ever really grow past that? You know what I'm saying? Just being cool with each other. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. And even though the love may be the same, you know, but where does the individual growth actually come in some of those relationships? Because it's like with family names, right? Your family name can mean a lot to some people. And it does mean a lot to some people. Me personally, it doesn't mean anything to me, because I look at the person as an individual. But in this world, most times, your family name means a lot. It does. Now, for the last couple of years, I've been trying to separate myself from my family. Not like actually, but I mean as far as like being a public figure or something. I've been trying to separate myself from my family, because I know that nothing that I say, nothing that I do agrees with who they are, where I came from, you know. And it's no disrespect. It's just, I know I'm the wild card in the situation. You feel me? Like, I'm the wild card. So I know I don't, like, you know, have anything to do with them and their beliefs and how they raised me. I'm completely a whole different person, right? And so with me trying to go back under that umbrella of my family, then that would me finally coming out of that box. It's like I got to put myself back in that box in order to fit back in. But once you grow outside of that box, you no longer fit back into it. And then it's conflict. You know what I mean? It's constant conflict. It's constantly problems. It's constant conflict. And they don't know who you are anymore. You know, family, friends, whoever. They don't know who you are anymore. And the only version of you that they know is the version that they last knew of you before you went no contact. But you a whole different person out here. You know what I mean? You require different things for your life. You have different boundaries. You have different limitations. You have different mindsets on certain things, you know. And even though, you know, you still have that basis of who you are and where you come from, that's never going to change. But you as a person, once you've grown from a seed to a flower, you are no longer that seed or that seedling that they once knew. But it's with those experiences that brings about evolution and change, right? And change is scary for some people, which is why I say go no contact, because it's a lot easier to grow if you don't have those distractions or those obligations or weights that can potentially hinder your growth, your personal growth as a person and finding yourself in this world. Now, ideally, what this situation should do is where you go off into the world, you find out things, you learn things, and then you come back and bring it back home. In some places that is acceptable, and in other places you're gonna have to work a lot harder, and it's gonna take a whole lot of time. But regardless of how it ends up, I would suggest it to anybody, older or younger. Go no contact with your family for 1 year and experience your life and enjoy that joint. Do whatever you want to do with no pressure, no obligation, no penalization. You ain't got to worry about whatever mistakes you make and then it hindering somebody else, or somebody else got something to say about it, your family, woo. Try it. Just 1 year. Just try it. At least 1 year. I would say 2 years, but try it at least 1 year, and you're going to see a drastic change in yourself. A drastic change. Just try it. And when you come back to your family, you may have a better way of learning how to deal and or maneuver that dynamic and how it fits into your life at that point. Because if you don't have a life outside of your family, if you don't have a life outside of your friends, if you don't know who you are outside of them, then you'll never really know how it fits into your life and your purpose moving forward, if that makes sense.